Flosstube and welcome to my channel, Home Sweet Home Handmade. I'm Natalie and this is episode number 56. You'll see that I'm in a different location today. We're actually in Norwich. We're stopping overnight in the Assembly House and we're going to see an Agatha Christie production. And then there were none at the Theatre Royal. So I'll put some pictures in here of the room and a little video as well. So it's lovely. And we've just been for a afternoon tea as well, and it was Wizard of Oz themed. So I brought a couple of projects with me just to show you. We've got a little bit of time before we go to the theatre, so I'll put some stitches in. But I will then film tomorrow when we get back and put this out as one video. So I have done some more on my Patchwork Rabbit Joy to the World chart, and this is what I got in the Patchwork Rabbit Boxing Day box. Just have a quick, so I showed it last time. So I've done a little bit more of the border. So it's quite a therapeutic stitch once I get going because it's a repeating pattern. So yeah, not too much more to do, just around here, and then I've just got the words, and then that should be done. So this is a beautiful room. Hubby's having a little nap on the bed before we go out. And I'm keeping that in my little pouch that I showed you last time from, what was the lady called that made this? Green Star Quilts. There we go. So yeah, very cute. And then the other one I brought is my stitch along that I'm doing with Amy from Amy Loves Toads and Donna Ray Flannel Jammies Farm, who I'm encouraging to do another Flosstube, and she said she might be back soon, so hope so. So we're doing this Plum Street Samplers float, and we're also doing the Sting Like a Bee as well. And then keeping this in my Made by Rachel bag that you've seen before. Okay. And I put a bit more in this one. Stitching this on a piece of 14 count Ada from Pole Stitches called Pearl, and I have been focusing on that second big butterfly just there. So yeah, it's coming along. So then we're going to put the other piece, Sting Like a Bee, down here. So apologies if you can hear my hubby. Really, and it's all the Court 4 DMC on that one. So they are the two projects that I brought along that I'm just going to put a few stitches. We've got a lovely Nespresso machine here, so I'm going to make myself a really nice coffee. And I'm going to sit on this lovely comfy wingback chair and I'm going to just stitch before we have to head out to the theatre, which is literally 5 minutes virtually next door, to watch the Agatha Christie production. And then I shall be back with you tomorrow when we're home to show you what else I've been working on. My focus piece for February, which has been called, which is the Chris Dunn, the Knitting Circle, my full coverage. I'll show you that tomorrow. And also my planned new start, which I was going to do Valentine themed, but I've completely changed my mind. So I will show you that tomorrow, and that will just be in a second for you. So I hope you're all keeping well and enjoying your stitching, and I'll come back with you tomorrow and let you know how the play went, and I will see you shortly. Bye. Hello, welcome back. It's just a second for you, but it's the next day for me. It's Sunday the 4th of February and we're not long home from Norwich, and we had an amazing trip to the Theatre Royal to see Agatha Christie's, and there were none, which was wonderful. No. And as requested, I have got the boys here, so I'm just going to grab... No, he's gone. They may come and say hello in a moment, but if the tripod does shake a bit, that will be Percy. So I was showing you yesterday that I took this project with me, and I did manage to get a few more stitches on it. So if you remember, it is the Joy to the World from the Patchwork Rabbit Boxing Day box. And Simon is on the coffee table. So that's where I am. So I managed to do this, this and this. So that's good. Ooh. Told you it might wiggle. So this episode might be utter chaos again, but you said you wanted to see the boys. So yeah, so when I see you next, I hope to have finished this, to have a finish. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's because it's a repeating pattern, you don't have to look at the chart. So yeah, and I've just spotted that I've missed a stitch there, so I'll have to pop that in. So yeah. So what I'm going to show you today is my February plans. So that's my focus piece for my WIP Be Gone board, which is a board that my sister Emily, Stitching from Gnome Cottage on Instagram, and my dear friend Donna Ray from Flannel Jammy's Farm here on YouTube. It's based on Jessie Marie's Does Stuff WIP Go board, but it's a WIP Be Gone board. So we have picked 12 projects, one project a month to work on, and it can be anything. I think some projects I've done 1,500 stitches on, some projects I've done finished part of the chart, another one is stitch at least 50 stitches a day during that month. So my focus piece, let's just go back to January. So my focus piece for January was the Prairie Schooler Village Sampler. And I do really like this one, but it never really calls to me. So I really struggled. My aim was to put 1,500 stitches in, but unfortunately I didn't do that. So I'm going to keep it in my rotation for this month. And with the WIP Be Gone board, it's very much our own choices. It's no stress. If you don't get it done, you can roll it over to the next month. It's really just really a relaxed approach to trying to get some progress on WIPs. And if you don't manage it, you don't manage it. So I'll put a picture in here of where I was when I first started at the beginning of January, and this is where I am now. So I think I've got nearly 500 stitches. So in February I need to put 1,000 in this. So putting 1,000 stitches in will probably get me over to this house. I hope. But if I don't, I don't. But yeah. But I'm just glad to get that house and to have picked this up again, because it has been on the go for quite a while. And I would like to get some of my older pieces finished. The boys seem to have gone down underneath the coffee table, and they do go down underneath there for a snooze. So if they don't come out, I will take some photos of them and insert them here and at the end as well. So my new start for January was I'm keeping it in this lovely 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 bags from Poland. And talking of this seaside theme, I wonder if you've seen I can't remember what it's called, but it's the new beach themed sampler from Lindy Stitches as a market release. It's lovely. So my new start for January was this piece from Heritage Crafts, and I will put a picture in here of where you saw it last time. So I've told you that I'm stitching this to go up in our spare bedroom when we move, and I want to stitch those companion pieces as well. And I've got on really quite well with this one, so that's where I am now. So since you last saw it, I've finished this leaf. I brought the cat down and started up here. So as it's full coverage, it's quite a relaxing stitch, so I'm sort of here at the moment. Yeah, here. So I would like to get along to that corner to see how wide it is, but yeah, he's very cute. And it's just a very colourful stitch. And Percy is mountaineering at the side of the settee. While we've been away in Norwich, we've had Helen, our pet sitter, come and look after them. The first time we've left them overnight, and she fell in love with them and said they're very cute, but they're also very mischievous. So my call for on my WIP Be Gone board for February, oh sorry, come here Percy, nope, he's not having it, leave that alone, come here, sorry, one moment please. So here he is, this is Percy. He is the little feisty boy. And then Simon is he's gone to sleep underneath the coffee table. So, whoop, there we go. Oh, they're, the end of February, they are going in for so, my husband doesn't like the thought of it, but it'll stop them spraying inside, and also Percy might calm down a little bit, but he's a little cat with a big personality. Anyway, where were we? So my February draw was number 4 for the WIP Be Gone board, and that is my Chris Dunn full coverage knitting circle. So I started this quite a while ago. It was for my birthday, and I've started up this top left corner. I love Chris Dunn's designs. So my aim for this is 1,500 stitches. So let's see if I can do it. I've also got I got it as a kit from Pain Free Crafts, and I've got the needle minder as well. So that's where I am at the moment. Hang on a minute. No, it's round the wrong way. It's that way. So it doesn't look very much at all, but there's about 6 colours in there. So I need to pull this out and put some stitches in it. And when I do stitch on it, this is 18 count white 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐸. I do really enjoy it. And I'm doing the old school. Where is my chart? There it is. I'm doing the old school way of highlighting. So, yeah. Just want to be able to get down to the sheep. But if I don't put any stitches in, I won't. So I need to, that's why I made it one of my focus pieces for this year. My sister Emily, she started a Chris Dunn at the same time, and she's doing the train station. It's a train, and then it's got all animals waiting on the platform, but they're all dressed up. It's amazing. So that is my focus piece for February, as well as catching up with the Prairie Schooler village. And I must put it all away, because having kitties is not very good with craft. Then my new start for February. Now, I was going to do a Valentine's start, but I have completely changed my mind, which I'm entitled to do. And I have been eyeballing these designs for quite a while. And I just decided to get one. And I hope I'm saying this right. It's from 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿𝐴 Designs. And I am going to start the mandala hedgehog. So I got the full kit. And it comes with a 14 count Ada. And it's 115 by 123 stitches, so that's 8.2 by 8.8 inches, so it's not too bad. I love it. And these are the threads. Oh, and I got the kit with the needle minder. Love that. If you sign up to the newsletter on their website, which I'll link below, you get 10% off. So it comes with the pre-sorted threads as well. So that is going to be my loose start for February. And I am keeping it in this amazing bag by Paula from Stitched by Mrs. D. And this bag makes me laugh every time I see it. So this is he's called Harold, and this is my Grumpy Harold Bear bag. And on the back of this little card that she sent inside, she put, "Dear Natalie, thank you so much for adopting Harold. I hope he behaves himself, as I've heard him use swear words. Love from Paula." And the fabric inside, there's Percy settling down. He loves to sit there. Fabric is lovely as well. So yes, I'm going to enjoy that, especially with the needle minder. and I really love the peacock one as well. So that is part of my haul. I didn't stitch any more on, I took this to Norwich, but I didn't, look at him looking. I didn't stitch any more on my cell, the float butterfly one, but I will pick that up and finish that butterfly. What else to show you? Oh, when I was in Norwich, I popped into Waterstones, and I've got one of their loyalty cards. Waterstones here in the UK is a bit like Barnes and Noble in the US. And I had £10 on my loyalty card, so I got a couple of books which I thought I'd show you. So this one I have been eyeballing for a while. So it's about a bookshop in Japan, and Japan is on my bucket list to go to. So it says, from the beginning of the summer to early spring, I lived at the I can't pronounce that, the bookshop. I spent that period of my life in the spare room on the second floor of the store, trying to bury myself in books. The cramped room barely got any light, and everything felt damp. It smelled constantly of musty old books, but I will always remember the days I spent there, because that's where my real life began. I know without a doubt that if not for those days, the rest of my life would have been bland, monotonous and lonely. And I think that it is told through the cat. And then the other one that I got, which I did see in there, is 4 Seasons in Japan. I love that cover. So this is, I'll just read you the beginning bit. So it says, Flo is sick of Tokyo. Suffering from a crisis in confidence, she is stuck in a rut. Her translation work has dried up, and she's in a relationship that runs its course. That's until she stumbles upon a mystery book left by a fellow passenger on the Tokyo subway. From the very first page, Flo is transformed and immediately feels compelled to translate this forgotten novel, a decision which sets her on a path that will change her life. So, yeah. That seemed very intriguing. So I got those 2 books from Waterstones. Then when I got home, I had a very special delivery. Now, I was enabled to get this by Amanda from, I think it's Amanda, I'm sure it is, from Alba Stitcher, and she had one of these, and I just had to get one. Wait for it. Look at that. So this is going to be my Flosstube mug. I love it. So I love Emma Bridgewater mugs. Look at that. And it didn't take too long to come, actually. So I also had a couple of charts arrive whilst we were away. They came yesterday, and they're spring ones. And I've seen this one popping up. It's not a new one, but I've been meaning to stitch it for a while. It's from Primrose Cottage Stitches, called 𝐿𝐸𝐻𝐿. That came out in 2022. I think it's just such a sweet little design. He's going to sleep now. Look at him. His tail has got so big. Simon is still asleep underneath the coffee table. He likes to sleep in sort of dark places. And then the other Primrose Cottage Stitches I got is Hippity hop, more of an Easter design, and that came out in 2022 as well. They are both DMC, but I will just pick DMCs, and I might pick a overdyed thread. But I'd like to stitch some more small, like Easter spring ones to go in my little corner cupboard. So they came yesterday, so that's great. And then, not that I need any more, but my favourite bag maker, Rachel, had a little sale in her Etsy shop, and I always link her below in the description box. And she had, take it out, she had this, and this I thought was amazing. Look at the fabric on that. And if you're new to the channel, or you might not remember, but actually sheep is my family nickname, so I do tend to have a lot of sheep things. So yeah, I especially love that one. She always picks the most fun fabrics, and then it is it's got this little cross fabric on the back and her usual made by Rachel wooden tag, and then inside she always has just got white fabric, which I really like, because when you're inside your bag looking, you can really see everything with the white fabric. And then along with this, because I'm always matchy, of course I had to have this little pouch, because I do sometimes put my threads on thread drops and rings, but I tend to have little pouches to put my threads in that I'm working with. And this one, oops, matches with this one. And the work that has gone into this, it's just beautiful. And the fabric on the back, knitting sheep. I mean, you don't have to use these as like little notions pouches. You could use this in your handbag to put, you know, a lipstick or some tissues or things like that, or they make great little gifts. So yeah, so I was pleased as punch to get these. When I knew she was having a little update, I was waiting and waiting, because I'd seen this bag on her Instagram stories, so I knew that I definitely wanted this one. And just two more things to show you. Oh! Oops. The dangers of filming with kitties. I managed to snag this brilliant Dimension Gold collection stocking. Now my sister is stitching a stocking, and I had this on my watch list, and then I managed to be there when the auction was ending, and I managed to snag it. So this is Santa's Toys stocking. I'm not going to take it out, so excuse the glare. It's a full kit. So I don't know when I'm going to start this. It may be a Christmas in July start. I love that. I love his face. So I was really pleased to get that one. And then I'm a big fan of Charlie Feathers floss drops, although I just said I don't use them. When I do use them, I love hers. And I've got this Mirabilia, it's a cherry blossom design that I'm starting to kit up. It's a geisha with cherry blossom, and I saw that she got these floss drops, and I just thought, because the threads are mostly DMC, and I thought it'd be really lovely to have the threads on these. Lovely. And it's great because they come with the main hole, and then any spares that you get, you can just put on that little one. And also she puts a little label on so you can name them. So I'll put a link in my description box to Charlie's Ko-fi shop. And while I was there, I also treated myself to one of her project bags, and this is hand dyed and hand stitched. Look at this beauty. It's just lovely. Really love that. And you can just tell that a lot of care and attention and love has gone into this. She sent it along with the most cutest little hedgehog card, and she put, thank you so much for your order of this special bag. I hope it brings you much joy and strength in years to come. Please store it out of direct sunlight as the fabric and flosses are naturally dyed. Enjoy your stitching, Charlie. And I like the fact that she puts a little feather. So yeah, I don't know what project I'm going to keep in here. It may be my little, yeah, I might keep those in there. But I just love that. I love the fact that it's all handmade, and I like the what fabric again inside. So thank you, Charlie. We had a little chat over Instagram the other night, and she's been watching quite a few of my old Flosstubes, bless her, because she says that I stitch quite a lot of things that she likes to stitch as well. And I believe she does have a Flosstube, so I'll link her Flosstube as well. So thank you for that. I'm really chuffed with it. So I think that's all I've got to show you today. Apologies for the disaster with the tripod. Yeah, with having these around. That's why I put them in the kitchen last time, but a lot of people in their comments said that they'd like to see them, but Percy is still fast asleep, look here. So they do play hard, and then they do sleep a lot. So yeah, so I will knit the two videos together, the one from yesterday at Norwich and then this one, and I'll hoping to get this uploaded this afternoon. So then I will plan to be back with you in a couple of weeks to update you on my focus piece for February, and also my new start of the mandala hedgehog, to see how it's coming along. So that's great. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today and allowing me to show you all my projects and all my stitching. And I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, because that just promotes my channel a little bit more. And if you're new here, if you'd consider subscribing, that'd be wonderful. And until I see you again, stay happy, healthy, and happy stitching, everybody. Bye.